We are now ready to begin the UConn press conference. Once again, please make sure your phones are on mute. Coach Hurley, could you start with an opening statement, please?
Yeah, I mean, credit Florida. I think, if this, just historic run that these guys have been on, and the guys that have worn the uniform last couple of years, if it's going to come to an end for us, I wouldn't have wanted it to be in a game where we lost to a lower seed, and there's some honor, I guess, in the way that this went down. But it's a tough loss. We played, I think, in a manner that gave us a real chance to win, and credit Clayton. I mean, he made some NBA level threes off the dribble, to beat us, and. It took that for somebody to put us down in this tournament after winning, obviously, a bunch in a row here. But obviously, words can't describe the respect I have for the men to my left.
All right, now we'll open it up for questions for the student athlete. Okay, we'll open the floor up for questions for the coach. Start on the edge.
Hey, Dan, what hurts the most about this? Is it because it was right there for you, or is it more the ending, if that makes any sense?
Yeah. I mean, unless it ended in San Antonio, cutting the nets down again, it was going to end, in a real, emotional way for us. Part of it is probably too, just the season, just how tumultuous the season's been, how hard the team battled and fought just to qualify for the tournament, and then for how the game played out, up 3 at the last media, 2 free throw rebound mistakes. Now, we've past teams. We've had issues like that occur, but those are in games we're up 15, 18. So they weren't as magnified. And, obviously the Caribbean drive on the baseline, there was a lot of contact there. And we're up 1, I think at that point, or 2 potentially. And I thought that was a big play too. Or you want to ask a question? I thought you went 2. And then, listen, you credit, the teams that, team like Florida. I mean, Clayton made 2 threes off the dribble that were like NBA level, stop on a dime, highly contested, and I thought we had a lot of great looks in the game. I thought our off-ball movement created a lot of good looks from the 3-point line that, we just, couldn't cash in on. But, it's a lot of emotion, man. We're a passionate program. The players play with it. I coach with it. And you're always fucking drained when it's over.
Okay. Jaden, 4th row there, and then we'll go up front.
Thank you. Brian Ralph from Heat Check. Coach, I'm curious, you knew this was going to end at some point. Does the loss help put in perspective how special the last 2 years have been?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even, I would say going into the year, there's a lot, of, rewiring and things I got to do in the off season, because you just get caught up in this tidal wave of success that we've had, and you just you lose perspective. You struggle with the ego at times because you've been on this incredible run. So it'll be nice to get to a normal off season and just get back to myself as a coach and not have to throw out first pitches. And you should only be ringing stock market bells and throwing out first pitches when you win the major championship. So, I won't have to do things like that. I'll be able to just kind of, focus on the upcoming season, make better decisions with all aspects of coaching. But yeah, I mean, when I saw I when I was asked about the 13 in a row, you had no idea the company and what we've accomplished. So you could take some solace in that. But today was to be that close to getting to a Sweet 16 and knowing, that the 2 seed lost yesterday and this bracket could have really opened up for us. And we knew that going in once we saw the 2 seed lose.
Okay, front row here.
Dan, same question to you. I asked the players. Can you just talk about briefly what each of these guys meant to your program, Alex, Samson, and Hassan?
They change your life. I mean, men like that change your life. I mean, I was a coach. I don't know necessarily. I was on the hot seat going into 23. You got to ask Dave Benedict. But until these men, until Alex Carabin put on the uniform, and Haas, Samson, the players change your life when you have such special people.
Okay, Coop, fourth row.
Hi, I was just wondering, I'm going to ask you some of the question I asked Samson, but I was wondering, how did you feel early on about the physical presence your team brought and the effort that was early on, even if you get the rebound? I mean, they were trying to smack it out of Florida's hands, so I was wondering if you could elaborate on, the early on effort that you guys gave.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it was, I don't think we could have, managed the game better than we did. We dragged them into the type of game that we wanted to drag them into. We kind of dragged them into, a Big East low possession game. This did not resemble an SEC game. They shoot in the first 6 seconds of the possession. We shoot in the first 9 seconds of the possession. We dragged them into a game that was the only way for us to give ourselves a chance to win. I thought we did an admirable job on the backboard. The only reason why we were out-rebounded by such a huge front line was because, we took 14 more shots than them. I think when we go back and watch this film, on this flight back today, I think it's going to be, crushing. Looking at those free throw rebound plays again, looking at the Carabin finish on the baseline. With a no call on that. I think a lot of the threes, we took some tough ones because they're a top 5 defense in the country, but, we had some really good looks at threes that, could have gave us some separation down the stretch, actually.
Okay, let's go against the curtain. This is the last question.
No question, Coach. Just wanted to thank you for the last 3 seasons.
And I want to thank CBS Confidential because that crew right there of 3, there's nobody better. Rachel and your squad right there. You've been part of it the whole way, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.